I think we're gonna start this thing where I give a realistic review of things and Victoria just gives everything a 10 out of 10.
Mine's real too. I just like things, okay? Good morning from our final morning in Hong Kong.
We have had an amazing time here in Hong Kong, but it's time to head to our last country in Asia. Let's get to the airport.
This morning we're taking an Uber. Here, Grab is not really a thing, even though we've been taking that all over Southeast Asia. Really, you take the metro, but we decided to pay a little bit more instead of sacrificing our sleep. So we're waiting for our Uber. We made it through checking our bags, immigration, all of the things. Pretty easy, painlessly. Now you get to be in this beautiful airport.
It's a pretty incredible airport. I think I might have accomplished the impossible. I made our immigration officer laugh. He was looking at Claire's passport photo and looked at the baby, and I think he saw the discrepancy with how bad the photo is versus how cute this little baby is. And we got a good chuckle. So anyways, lounge time.
One of the really fun things about traveling, obviously, is trying the different foods and seeing how other people live life. And one of the things that is so different for Westerners is the way that they do breakfast in Asia. So we have a savory rice porridge, noodles with a soy sauce, steamed buns, and then just a salad. So it's a little different than we're used to for breakfast.
I, on the other hand, a little less adventurous than Victoria. Cereal, hash browns, OJ coffee. Well, all in all, lounge experience was totally fine. I'm a little disappointed because we were planning on going to the Chase Sapphire Lounge, which looked incredible, but it was a 25-minute walk, which shows you how big this airport is.
It's absolutely massive. It's also the worst because as you're walking towards the Plaza Premium Lounge, you walk past the first class Plaza Premium Lounge, and then you get really excited and then realize, oh, just kidding, I'm not special enough for that one. So then we went to the other one, which was super busy. Anyhow, heading to the gate.
I don't think we've actually told you where we're going today, but it's definitely been the place that is #1 on our list for the whole time we've been traveling Asia. Today, we're heading to Tokyo, Japan. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm already enjoying this flight and we haven't even taken off. We didn't have to worry about someone being in between us because this is the first time I've ever seen a 2-3-2 configuration on a plane.
Yeah.
Window,
nice.
aisle, no middle. That's awesome. Arigato. Arigato. I have been waiting this entire trip to say arigato because that means we are in Japan.
Made it through quick and painlessly. We just got interviewed to be on Japanese TV, so things are starting off well. It's such a bizarre experience, but so great. So now we're gonna catch the metro and head to our Airbnb. Earlier we talked about not taking the metro because we wanted more sleep, but now it's outrageously expensive, so metro it is, with all of our stuff.
Godspeed.
Skytree, that's us, right?
That's us.
She wants the snack.
We made it, I think. So now we have to find the right exit. This could be an adventure.
Well, we made it up the 17,000 elevators, and now we're outside, and for the first time in 4 months, I'm so comfortable. It feels so good. I think it's 24 degrees, and it's beautiful.
It's pretty nice. Got to our Airbnb. It looks really nice from the outside, but Nothing from our host, so we don't know how to get in.
What? Still nothing. We're both pretty hangry. Don't really know what to do at this point, so I guess we'll just keep waiting.
Finally, we're in. You have to take your shoes off inside, love.
Okay.
Well, we made it in. We ordered some food. The place is already a disaster. I'm throwing chopsticks everywhere. We're really excited to see the rest of Tokyo, but we're gonna eat, put Claire to bed, call it, and we'll see you in the morning.
Good afternoon from Tokyo. We had such a long travel day, but we're feeling rejuvenated and refreshed after a good night of rest, and we are now on a walking tour around the city, so let's go.
But some 400 years ago, there was a huge vegetable market around here. Famous electric town. And in 1980s, Super Mario came out. No Super Mario series has sold over 370 million in the world. Wow.
So we're starting right here, which used to be a vegetable market, and then after World War II, it turned into a place for used radio parts, and then washing machines, and then Panasonic and Toshiba and all of these electronics. And now it's a bunch of anime and other amazing figurines and hobby shops. It's an incredible, incredible little district.
One really cool thing about what we're doing today is we're part of a walking tour that's free. Tokyo has all of these free walking tours of different areas of the city. So this one that we're on is kind of the main hits of Tokyo. So I'm excited to see what comes next.
It's so crazy. Every single corner seems to have a vending machine. It's super convenient. And I snagged a little green tea. Very, very, very refreshing. This is just my childhood. That's so awesome.
One of the things I always thought of when it came to Tokyo and Japan as a whole were just samurais. And I didn't really know what role they played in culture. I just knew that they were a thing. But we just found out that from the 12th century to the 19th century, samurais were who ruled the entire country. And there's this one samurai, Ieyasu Tokugawa,
So close.
who was like the samurai of samurais. He eventually became a shogun, which is like an even bigger ruler, I guess. But he's the one who really transformed Tokyo into just a little bay city, into this massive metropolis that we now think of today. I mean, he kind of brought us along for the journey and then other people took it, but you get the gist.
Shinto is Japan's original religion and Chinese literature. And it's now a sanctuary for many students who want to pass the exams for university. A couple of years ago, I came here to pray for my sons. Good luck for their exams. And he passed.
So this Confucius temple used to be a university specifically for samurai. I didn't realize that they were so well educated. It's incredible. It also looks super ancient, but it was rebuilt because in 1923 there was an earthquake. It happened during lunchtime, so a lot of these incredible ancient structures burnt down because of the fires used to prepare food. It's so beautiful in here though, and I can't wait to explore more of it.
It's a weeping staircase. It's a common flower in spring.
Most people come to Japan during sakura season or the cherry blossom season, but we're here during the hydrangea season. And we just learned that if they're blue or pink depends on the acidity of the soil. Who knew? On the top of many of the temple buildings, there are dragon statues. So dragons are the god of water, so it's thought that the dragons on top of the temples will protect from fire.
One of the big things I'm learning on this tour is just how ignorant I am to Japanese culture, but how often I think about things that are so related to Japan. For example, the term kamikaze is not a term I ever thought had a positive connotation. But what I just learned, or what we just learned, is that kamikaze is actually literally translated God of the Wind. And it came from when the Mongols attacked Japan, and they were so powerful. They were overpowering the samurais back in the 16th century, and this incredible wind and these huge waves came and actually rescued the samurai and helped them win the war. And so that's where the term kamikaze came from.
The shrine's buildings anymore, so they decided to build by using reinforced concrete. That's why it survived from the bombings during World War II. It was loved by many people. And then, on the way to your right hand again, pour some water into the cup of your left hand and rinse your mouth.
So in Japan, there are two major world religions. One is Shinto religion, and the other is Buddhism that traveled through Korea from China to Japan. So this is a Shinto shrine, and they believe that there are 8 million deities all over nature. So they essentially worship nature. It's really a beautiful structure building. This particular one was built out of concrete, so it's one of the only surviving structures after all of the bombings of World War II. Well, now we're going to pause for a little break and grab a beverage. So I am trying Amazake. It is a traditional fermented rice drink that apparently is very good for your skin and hair, so that's a bonus. It tastes like a fermented rice drink. I don't know how to describe that. It's sweet and sour. There's a little bit of texture in it. It's like a thinner rice porridge, a little bit bitter, but a little bit sweet. It's actually really yummy, but I think it would be an acquired taste for a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie. You wanna try it? This shrine also has a pet pony. One of the other things that we learned is that in Shinto, it's called a shrine, and in Buddhism, it's called a temple. So don't confuse the terms. Temples too.
Oh yeah, so no, I'm all out. That's all I have. I just wanted to show the class. We were just talking about all the vending machines in Japan. Figured I should probably show them how the vending machines work. One of the other things that I'm really loving about Tokyo is just the stark comparison and contrasting old Edo versus current Tokyo. You know, we were just in this beautiful temple shrine. I know Victoria just said it, but I already forget which is which.
Don't confuse the terms.
And then we take 5 steps and we're out on this busy street with all these modern cars, and it's just such a beautiful city in so many different ways.
This is a classic Japanese treat. It is a dough with red bean paste in the middle and this little fish cake, and they made it just fresh. That was incredible to watch, and I'm really excited to try it when it cools down. Okay, now I'm partway through. 10 out of 10 recommend. It's the perfect mixture of sweet and salty, and then the crunchy on the outside and the soft on the inside. This is such a wonderful comfort food. So good.
I just tried it. Once again, Victoria with her ultra positivity. It wasn't terrible, don't get me wrong. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. I think we're gonna start this thing where I give a realistic review of things, and Victoria just gives everything a 10 out of 10.
Mine's real too. I just like things, okay? One interesting thing is we've been walking along, Japan is so clean. That's part of the reason that I love it so much. But I have a little bit of garbage now for my green tea experience at the vending machine, and then for my red bean paste-filled pastry. And I can't seem to find a garbage can, so I don't really know how they keep everything so beautifully clean. We just passed a public bathhouse, and we learned that you're not allowed to enter if you have any tattoos, because the Yakuza apparently are completely tattooed neck down. They're often businessmen, so they wear suits during the day, and you don't know it until they take their clothes off. So that rule is still enforced today in most of the bathhouses. That's crazy.
So we're currently walking down this shopping street that started all the way back during World War II as a black market for sugar. Sugar was really scarce in the country of Japan, and so they would sell candies that they got from American military in these little shops. And at one point there were over 200 candy shops in this little area. Since then it's diversified a lot. There's clothing and food and all sorts of other things. Still a lot of great candy stores though, so I am keeping my eyes peeled for those.
Why is it just for women? Why can't I have regular Japanese whiskey?
So we just finished the walking tour, and I have to say, wow, what an amazing way to get a first taste of Tokyo. I think I said this a little bit earlier, but it's just such a diverse city in that you can be walking by a temple, note right above us, and then take 10 steps and you're in all of this crazy modern traffic and buildings and all those sorts of things in the middle of these beautiful gardens. It's just such a fantastic city. The tour, like we said earlier, is free, which I had some reservations about. I was not expecting something that was high quality, but wow, Naomi from Tokyo Localized was incredible. We'll put a link in the description so that you can experience this too when you come to Tokyo, because I would definitely recommend it.
I'm just bummed that we only have a few days here. I would spend months in this place. There's so much to explore. It's so clean and organized. Everything just feels so safe. I can't wait to come back, but we have a little bit more exploring to do. So we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Oh, I'm saying that?
Yeah. Old, Seido, and current Turkey. Current Turkey. Turkey.
Still not 100% stable yet. Wow!
Turkey.